What's up everybody, Jay here and welcome back to the Planted Tank, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a update on my low-tech dirted tank on my desk. Super cheap way of having a planted tank, and anyways, let's hop straight into it. So if you haven't noticed yet, I have added some plants to this tank. One being over here is some pearlweed. I also have some back there and over here as well. And then I have some pennywort up there. But, oh, by the way, before I get into the actual update of this tank, I had a ton of comments on the setup of this video, and a lot of people were telling me that in order to achieve success with a dirted tank that I had to have a substrate depth of at least above 4 inches, and that's just simply not true. As you guys can see, this tank is absolutely thriving. I will put up a picture right now or a screenshot of what this tank looked like when I first set it up, so you can definitely tell that all of these Repens have been filling in like crazy. And keep in mind, I am not using any pressurized CO2 on this one. My last dirted tank setup video for this tank was using pressurized CO2, but also all of these leaves up here are brand new from the Apanjaton. All of my crypts in the back right and the back left are putting up a ton of new leaves. All of my Dwarf Lily back there is also putting up a ton of new leaves. Same with all of my Anubias. It's all getting nice and thick. And I did ended up adding this stone right here just to kind of balance out the hardscape a little better, and I'm only running my light at 30%, which will give me about 1 watt per gallon. I know a lot of people don't really care about the whole watts per gallon rule, but it is kind of useful for me anyways, and it just kind of lets me judge how much light I'm putting into the tank. So I'm estimating this is probably around 30 to 40 par, just judging by my eye. But I do have a ton of cherry shrimp in there. They are all happy and loving life. I have some glow light tetras, some black neon tetras, and I also have some floating plants up there. This is all Amazon frog bit, and it's doing amazing. I've been throwing away like 2 huge handfuls of that stuff about every 2 weeks. So I did switch out my filter. I'm using my Sun 602B canister filter, and believe it or not, but I do not have any biofiltration in it whatsoever. I'm not using any Seachem matrix or bio rings or anything like that, just the 3 sponges that it came with. And as you can see, this tank is definitely thriving. I'm not dosing anything in this tank at all. No Seachem Excel, nothing like that. I've only done 1 water change since this tank has been set up, and that was about a week or 2 after I set it up, and that was just to get rid of some of the tannins because it got really dark. Since I'm not using sand this time, the dirt kind of leaches through the gravel a little easier. So some other people commented on the setup video and said that I didn't use enough gravel on top, and said that the dirt would expand and eventually make its way up to the surface. I'm still not really having that issue. I can see where the dirt level is in the back of the tank, since I didn't create the barrier in the back of the tank, just so I can keep an eye out on that. But if it does start to do that, I will definitely make an update and let you guys know. I try to keep my information as good as possible, and I wouldn't give you guys false information. So this channel is pretty much just to help out all the beginners and maybe even some of the advanced people in the hobby. But as you can see, I'm having nothing but success in this tank. I haven't dealt with any sort of algae whatsoever. I do get a little bit of algae buildup on the glass, but it's nothing that can't just be wiped off with a sponge or whatever. And then so yeah, like I said, I've only done 1 water change, and it was to get rid of a bunch of tannins. So the nutrients in this tank are staying in this tank and being absorbed by the plants and stuff. So like I said, it's doing really awesome. It's looking really good. These Repens are really starting to pick up the pace here with the growing speed. So it's looking really awesome. I'm really enjoying this one. So anyways, that's pretty much all I got for today's video. If you guys are new here, hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. Hit the like button as well. And as always, keep it planted.